I'm so tapped up, and this is Almost a Hero. And I'm surprised I never did a video of this game before, but this is an idle slash tapper RPG sort of game that has a lot to it, a lot more to it than usual RPG tapper things. So I just rescued my save file. I lost my Google Play thing wasn't syncing right for like months, and so I lost a ton of data.
So I'm angry.
I never played this game with sound on, so I'm like not even familiar with what I'm hearing. But yeah, it's an idle game, so there's, you know, I actually kind of need to reset because I've got it to a point here where I'm stuck. So like, you know, 99% of Hello Parker. Wow, the next thing is like way far away too. But yeah, I'm just gonna prestige here, reset, get some items, you know, usual stuff. I actually made a big old guide for this, not nearly as complete as my Abyssrium guide, but I was enjoying it and I was doing stuff, and I just kind of got a little bit Gates of Gog unlocked. Okay, we're gonna go raid good old games and steal some DOS games apparently. I think you're winning because you found Gog City. Okay. This is a new game mode that they added that I have never actually seen before, because I lost my file and I found a copy of a Nox VM that I'd say that's the Nox is the emulator I used to, you know, that's why you're seeing a mouse cursor here. I made a backup of it at some point, and fairly recently before I lost the data. I don't know what Gates of Gog is. Let's just take a look. Wise Lord Snake. Okay. Gula. Master Googla. Okay. What's bun? Is there bun? Gate effect. I don't understand. But Vex is my favorite character. Vex is like really overpowered. It's such a relief to see my characters. That border means like how powerful they are. I lost, seriously, must have been 4+ months of progress in an idle game. Like there's no way to like speed that up. So yeah, it's an idle game. Your heroes kind of fight for you. This mode doesn't seem to have a tap power. Usually you can like click to, you know, you doing a basic attack to enemies. Gog City, it's scared, I imagined. Gate closes. What's this? Cards? Select one charm. Let's see, bolt 15 hero attack, lightning bolt. Oh, honey, don't attack my plushies, please. No, no, honey. It's alright, my cat's being disruptive. Fiery fire. Sure, bouncing bolt sounds good. So what do we do? Who's hero? Now summon charge of agent battle. Okay, blah blah blah. Yes. Okay, so it uses charms instead of like your click attacks. So that's interesting. But yeah, you can like, you outfit your characters, you get skills. Like I said, it's a lot more RPG-like than the usual clicking RPG. It's not, you know, purely automated. You choose which things you got. Which one is... Alright, this is the one that increases their attack speed. That one's really good. Yeah, that's good. And so there's also gear that they have, and I mean, it's a linear gear is like, you know, universally good with better, you know, you can just always get better stuff. Trinkets are like more random bonuses that you can get, and you know, trinkets are the one thing that you kind of choose. Well, you also choose the skills, and so it's kind of, because you do the reset thing, it actually naturally fits into the RPG thing. They apparently progressed enough to get me some stuff. But yeah, since you do the... I don't usually like the reset mechanic in mobile games, or in idle games. And it still a little irks me in this one, but I mean, it's how the game's set up. But it kind of makes sense with the skill reset, because you just reset the game to reset your skills and try out different builds and stuff. Charms will offer powerful bonus, but not outside the gates of Gog. Yes, okay. Yep, we're gonna die and all that stuff. What is upgrade? To activate pass. Charm collection. I still don't fully understand this new mode, so let's just go to the main mode and show you the basic stuff. So lightning ring is the pretty basic thing to use. That just, you know, you click, it hits an enemy. And I actually there's runes and stuff you can equip. It gets pretty complicated. Like I said, there's a lot more RPG-ness to it than you might expect. You can equip these different runes to get different effects on your tap attack. So I've got a thing that links it to like shocks the second enemy, which makes it pretty good. So I always start with Vex. Vex is super overpowered, and that doesn't appear to have changed in the latest updates. There are some new characters that I don't have, that I haven't used too much, like this Mr. Goblin Man, and I don't know who that is, man. But we're gonna try Mr. Goblin Man. because he seems interesting. He seems to deal with a lot of, like... So different characters have different focuses, right? Mr. Goblin Man here and Mrs. Thief Lady here kind of focus on getting money, which Vex also really has a really good money-earning skill. Vex is more of a plain attacker, so is Hilt here.
You sure?
Sam, they kind of have different classes you can see down here. So like there's support, attackers, and defense. You always want at least one defense kind of character. I usually go with Belly Larf here, because when enemies are KO'd and Belly Larf takes damage with one of his later skills, he like revives the allies faster, which is really nice. So kind of the gimmick, no, go away. The gimmick of the game is that everyone's kind of terrible at their job, and as you kind of level them up, they turn into like real, proper heroes. Like Belly Larf used to just hit enemies with like a big stick of meat, and now he's got like actual weapon, which I kind of miss him being like Big Stupid Meat Man. I think they actually updated it so you can change him back to Big Stupid Meat Man. Yeah, they did. So if you prefer the old skins, you can put them back, and they get unlocking the higher versions of the skins. You know, they do more damage and stuff, but you can just cosmetically go back to the old one, which is a nice touch they added. They've added quite a lot to this since I actively played, so good to know they keep kind of active and stuff. That's right, Parker. Who else is? No, there's only the real one good guy.
I'm awake.
I like Vex a lot. She's good for stealing money. So I usually bring Vex, or not, you're not Vex. What's her name again? V. V is good for stealing stuff. Belly Larf is good for defensiveness. And I usually bring along Hilt. He's a pretty good attacker that just spams damage. So yeah, as you can see, pretty much what you would expect in terms of basic gameplay. But it is slow. I did play this for like a couple months, and I mean, I'm sure there's better strategies. I never. One thing that I never really, well, I did eventually, but you can make these artifacts, right? And they give you these bonuses. And it took me a long time to like re-roll the bonuses, because you can re-roll the bonus, and it's really fairly cheap to re-roll the bonuses. And so I went and re-rolled until I got a bunch of legendary ones, which you really should do earlier probably than I did, because you can get pretty sweet bonuses. Like, let's see what my total bonuses is here. And I really like this has this like actual sheet that tells you all your bonuses. And a lot of these games, it's really hard to figure out what the heck is going on, because there's tons of bonuses. It's so unclear how they interact. And it's so unclear what the maximums are. So this one straight up says, okay, here's your hero damage from artifacts, hero upgrade cost minus 90%, and that's the max. Critical chance, blah, blah, blah. I really like that it tells you what the maximum is, because that way you can look at, like, I can see that, oh, my treasure goblin thing is maxed out. So I could go and be like, oh, if I'm going to re-roll something, maybe I'll re-roll something that has, you know, the goblin chance. You know, like this thing. Let's re-roll that.
Let's see what we can do.
No, I want a legendary one. And they kind of get better every time they re-roll as well. They're kind of hard to compare if they're not like stats, but re-rolling, their cost raises, but also the base stats do too. So you basically, they may not be the same type of things, but it basically always is a better thing. So there we go. Select that one. It's now we're a little bit better. It still is a little bit unclear exactly how much better things are after you do that. It is a little bit complicated. I just tend to go for all, you know, the legendary, the big yellow ones. Tends to be a good way to go. Right, and there's also, you level up with your coins and stuff, which I've kind of neglected to do. After you've gotten so far, you know, you kind of blaze through the beginning of the game, like most idle games that do a reset. So we haven't really had any need to pay too much attention to upgrades. But that's pretty much what you do in Almost a Hero. I think it's pretty good. It is a little bit more complicated than your usual idle game, whether that's a plus or a minus, kind of depends on you. I do find it pretty good. Obviously we're just kind of blazing through the beginning stuff here. And a lot of the boss strategy really does just weigh down to characters have these ultimate attacks, and it just kind of goes down to, yeah, just spam all the special attacks. But it's pretty cool. It's still idle. It's on iOS and Android. It's, you know, it's free to play. It's not really too naggy in terms of, I haven't paid it any money, and I think, you know, I'm sure I would go faster if I did, but you know, you can really only buy these gems, and you can buy, there's offers for like runes and stuff sometimes. They really like the like rotating special deals, but it's not really a big deal if you lose. Oh hey, the there's that's twice the amount of usual gems for doing the for watching the ad. Oh, I guess that's like a rotating thing. This offers tab is new. It used to be kind of mixed into the same thing. There's also loot boxes, unfortunately, but you just kind of, you get a free box every 4 hours by default, and there's actually things that let you reduce the time. So I now only have to wait 1 hour to get the box, and that kind of gives you, that's how you get the armor and stuff here that you need to kind of ascend the character to higher base stats and stuff. Not a huge fan of that kind of mechanic, but that's not super uncommon. Like, what was it called? Light Away had that kind of basic thing. I think it's a little bit less. Like, you tend to get good stuff, and the thing about that is, you can just buy, she kind of already has the best stuff. But say I wanted to, like, didn't want to wait for the loot box to give me the next item in his, like, set here. Like, he just has a common one. What if I wanted a rare one? Well, I can just buy it with this stuff, this currency. So you're not completely 100% at the whims of random chance for that, which I like.
Let's keep the violence at a minimum.
No, we won't. Anyway, this is Hilt. He's pretty good. He, I really like his, anybody that can clear multiple waves with their ultimate I really like, and Vex and Hilt can kind of do that. So the dragon is your usual, like, click and watch an ad and get extra bonuses, so I don't usually bother clicking the dragon. It also has, like, side quests. There's a bunch of different stuff to do. There's side quests that give you this red currency that, I think that upgrades your mines and stuff. And it lets you buy trinkets, which are kind of semi-random equipment items. There's timed challenges, which these are more, like, strategy. These are very strategy-based, actually. So let's try out this next one here. Oh, and unfortunately you can't use a character that's currently being used in the story, or the regular mode, but that kind of just gives you a good excuse to, you know, try different people, and, you know, use lots of different characters. So this one, unfortunately, Sam, not really, I picked a defensive one for, like, you know, that's a 50 wave challenge, I wasn't really thinking very hard on that one. But yeah, these modes are very much more based on strategy, and your level, your progress through the main mode does matter for these, because your equipment and everything does transfer over. But not like your actual, like, level, like your currency, your gold basic currency doesn't transfer over. So it's a lot more strategy based, and that makes it pretty interesting. And sometimes they are hard gated by, you just need better characters, you just need better base stats, but a lot of it is strategy, and I find that mode pretty fun. I don't know about this new mode. I'll have to check that out more and see exactly what the deal is. Interesting. So it has like different, completely separate bonus sets from this stuff. Oh, so alchemy stuff doesn't apply here, and charm cards don't apply to the others. I see how that works. Okay. I've got new charm cards that I don't know. I don't think I've unlocked them. I don't fully understand that. But yeah, that's Almost a Hero. So if you're looking to check out more idle games, might check that out. And as always, there'll be links in the description to my guide, which might be slightly out of date. The info is basically correct. It's just I don't have the new characters and stuff, but maybe I'll look up updating that soonish as I keep playing. But yeah, I'm mostly just so excited that I actually got my save file back. I was like, oh man, cool, there's a new update, and then I get the thing, and it's like, oh, we haven't been syncing your save for like, it must have been over like 4 months or something. But I got it back, so that's pretty cool. Do you have any parting words, Parker? I see. I see.